Okay guys, welcome to the video. So if the sun comes out too much, I'm gonna wear some glasses, so I might lean down and wear some glasses. But yeah, we're gonna tap into the first video is about um, you know to in order to bring in the 25 hours work week starting with New Zealand. We gotta really most of the videos I'm gonna do about is that how it's all resource getting wasted. So money is not a real concept. Okay, money is an energy. Energy can be moved somewhere to get certain result, right? So what are we? We're spiritual, emotional, and practical body, physical energies, humans, right? So we produce money. Money do not produce us. Okay, so you produce money for someone else, right? So it's about when you are producing money for someone, how is your experience? When you are producing money for someone, how is your experience? So you have two bosses. You could be working for, say, everything is that. It's not just job, by the way. Your resources, your body, mind, and soul resources being used, everything is like that. At work, outside work, in relationship, it's all a usage and consumption and utilization of your energy for some result, for benefits, right? For some result. So you're always exchanging your energy. So how is your experience, right? What did you experience while you do that, right? So um, and what is the larger good of the organization you're giving your energy to, right? I give you one example, very core example of Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk started a company called SpaceX, blah blah blah. They did all that stuff, and what happened? We can't even build a life on Earth properly. We don't have a good life on Earth. India is full of slum. In New Zealand, we don't have houses for Maori. Maoris. America is full of gangsters. What else? India Kashmir conflict, Palestine Israel conflict. It's like the planet Earth is full of shit right now, right? And then we talking about building another life on another planet, on planet Mars. So Elon Musk is talking about building a life on the another planet. Do you see how dumb that is? Do you guys see dumb that is? And it's the most dumbest decision I've ever seen. And people have already supported him. Like, they have given him the resources and energy to be able to um, move that mission. So what mission? Build a sustainable life on Mars. Why can't we just work on something to build a sustainable life on Earth? So he scammed, or maybe he worked hard to gather the resources, which is monetary resources, financial resources, all sorts of resources. They gathered. He organized all those resources to have the money to put the rocket ship and planes and everything together to do those experiments, and it all failed. Do you realize how much? I don't know the numbers, and I've not been very good with number all my life. So do you know how many resources, how much energy wasted, like financial and human energy was wasted in that project, right? So if we had that project, just putting in like a well-being funding into something, right? Put in the well-being funding into an organization. So if um, instead of that, if he already has a different company, Tesla. So if he took all the SpaceX money, put it into Tesla, and just gave the bonus to all the employees would have been more productive, and it would have been more life added into their lifespan. So that was one decision. So it's all about resource management, like, as I've been saying. So this was a very good practical example from Elon Musk, where we talked about um, resourcing, practical resources, human resources. All the human gave him the energy to be able to try those experiments. If as humans we made conscious choice and we did not give the energy, we understand we had to think for ourselves a little bit, like, what's the point of going into Mars? What's the point of building a sustainable living in Mars when we don't have a sustainable living over here? So it's individual responsibility for all of us to actually know what do we want? Again, it goes down to what do we want on a larger scale, like what do you want, what do we want the world to look like, and on a smaller scale, which is our individual, what kind of life, what kind of relationship, what kind of job, what kind of life experience, waking up in the morning, how do you want to experience your day, uh, during the afternoon, how do you want to experience your day, and during the evening, how do you want to experience your day. Anything that's happening which is not letting you do that, which is to experience your day from a place of mojo and productivity, it's not for you. You're gonna say no for it, and you're gonna start drawing boundaries. And when somebody's asserting the boundaries, you're gonna take legal action. You're gonna, if somebody's asking me yesterday, like a guy from Basin Reserve, like he just asked me to get out of the stadium. He was like, "Oi, oi, oi," and I wasn't listening. And then fourth or fifth time, he got me right, and then he said, "Get out of here." And I didn't say anything, but I came home. I called police straight away that this was racial harassment, discrimination, and then I went to the police station, and I just filed a complaint, and I'm starting to build the case now. Tomorrow, if something happened, I have a very good evidence. I have made time. I have made the time available now because I didn't know better before. So I don't have a, I'm not spending time on relationship or business or everything, but to protect myself first. So I'm going to be following up with police every single day, and if police is not taking action, I'm going to send the feedback and escalate. And then slowly I'm going to, because I have evidence and I'm not getting help, then I'm going to go social. I'm going to talk to the MPs, I'm going to talk to the prime ministers, I'm going to talk to anybody to make sure that that guy learns his lesson, his organization disciplines him. So I asked the police to call his organization and take a disciplinary action on him and get him to say apologize to me. So this is it. And when he apologized to me, and that's when I'm gonna talk about what I wanted to talk when he was telling me to get out of the stadium at the first time. So this was a proper example how resources are getting wasted and how individually we have to take responsibility and gain clarity for ourselves, and then we can have a how to plan for every single thing. What does it need? It needs all of us to have freedom of time, which is important. So that's why 25 hours work week is the most important thing. And when we, the whole world, if we all channel energy in our imagination, Neville Goddard says it, Nikola Tesla says it, everything is energy. When we all channel collective energy and already live in that reality that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, collectively it can come. If I'm a single person making all these intentions, sending all this energy, I'm still like a limited channel of energy. You see, like 10 trees are better than one tree. So we all have to collectively start believing in that. This is not a rocket science. Bringing in 25 hours of work week into the world, it's not a rocket science. We are humans. We are powerful. We created this world. We got it so far, so we can resolve the problems as well. First thing is to have the time. Since people are busy with job, busy with relationship, they don't have timing and breathing space. What they do is they can't think for themselves, and they want other people to think for themselves. People like Elon Musk, people like Jeff Bezos, people like Winston Peters, and those guys are already dumb. They're like robots. They work on a system which is just tells you step by step, but it doesn't have a significant emotion that is channeled towards the well-being of the humanity. So covered everything, covered the example of how Elon Musk wasted the resource, not just financial but human. The lifetime was wasted. If the project took like 3 years, it was a complete waste of time. Then we talked about how the freedom is towards our collectively. We have to think for ourselves, not from what parents teach us, not what the school teaches us, not what everybody. We have to think for ourselves, and we have to really be emotionally intelligent, to know who's the person for me. For me, it's cricket, right? I know if I can. Cricket gives me the right energy. It gives me the mojo that I need, and since it gives me all the mojo, I don't look for that mojo anywhere else, right? As long as these cricketers are working hard, showing up, it's giving me all the masculine energy that I need. And as long as I am like, similarly, if I can watch women's game, it gives me all the feminine energy, and I feel like feminine and masculine whole. And when I'm whole, I'm not dependent on anything. When I'm not dependent on anything, I'm free to take action, act from my will for me, which is like really, really a place from freedom. Whether you get results from freedom or not, but the greatest thing about freedom is that your experience is good. You're not like a sheep, you are good, and there is an energy. You're free, you're radiating the energy of freedom as well. So that's the clarity on the video. First video, not video first or whatever, it's the clarity for the possibility of New Zealand 25 hours work week, base pay of $5,000 USD, and 10% flat tax for those who want to work. I will see you in the next one.